Here we have the all-new 2023 Honda Pilot. This one comes in the LX trim level with all-wheel drive in modern steel metallic. And then we have gray cloth interior. Now the powertrain consists of a 285 horsepower, 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine. And that's gonna be mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. And this is pretty much the most basic trim that you can get in the Pilot. But as you come around to the front end here, you still get our beautiful LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights, and they don't flash like that. That's just how the camera's picking them up. But lots of black plastic here, but still a great front end. Going around to the side here, we get these 18-inch aluminum wheels. We get passive keyless entry on the front two doors. And then to the door panel here, we do get one-touch automatic up and down windows on all four doors. Rear window lock here, power door lock controls, and then power mirrors that's left, right, and then offset in the middle. And then we can use this dial to actually control the mirrors. Storage here, bottle holder here, additional storage there. So pretty good use of the door panel. Then traction control buttons here, manual tilt telescope steering wheel. And then we do get a 6-way manual driver's seat. But I have that seat situated for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So let's go ahead and check out the leg room. But first, love that we get dual cup holders back here, especially if you have kids and they like to leave their bottles and then all sorts of stuff back here. It's nice to have that additional storage. I'm gonna fold the seat flat from right here, just pull up there. And then this here from the back seat, actually, I'll show you. Click that button and then it'll slide so the third row can get out. Pretty easy to put it back into place. Make sure the seat's all the way back first. So that's my legroom with the seat all the way back. Pretty impressive. Knees are not touching the back of the seat at all. Several inches of headroom, and the seat is actually wide enough to fit my wider stature. So again, pretty impressed. Rear AC vents are back here. Then you have two USB-A charge ports right there. And then you can fold this down in terms of cup holders and storage, and then you still have that option, even though it's a little tough. Pull this little string here. Ooh, if I can get it. All right, I can't get it. So, but you can pull that back and it'll tilt forward. There's the third row back there. It's actually a pretty roomy third row seat. And you have cup holders on either side, as well as your vents. And we do have a seat back pocket on this side. Let's go ahead and make our way towards the back. But first, a huge shout out to Darrell Waltrip Honda for allowing me to review this Pilot today. I'll leave a link below to this vehicle as well as their entire inventory in the description. Hopefully y'all can see this. I'll try and get a copy to put in the description as well of the window sticker if I can. But basically standard. And then this has a towing package as well. And then the sticker's right at $40,495. But fuel fillers here. Nice to have that. And as you go around to the back end here, I actually like the look there. And there's that towing package as well. And there's a spare underneath there and your dual exhaust. But here's the space behind the third row when it's up. Still decent space. And then you have additional storage there. All these mats need to be put up, but there we go. And then pull this here. You can fold that seat flat. And then you can just pull the strap again, pull it back up, locks into place, and then you can Velcro it there so it's not flying all over. And I love the storage tray here. We can have stuff that we don't want to slide around there. And then you can unlock it. And there is all the stuff for if you do need to change your tire, your jack and whatnot is right there. So I like that. And then even an additional side pocket, that's nice to have. Even though it's not as deep and not as wide, still, you can put a few bolts over there. But coming back around here to the front passenger seat, This one is going to be a manual 4-way seat. But we do have a lockable glove compartment here. And I love that we have the additional extra pocket up top there. But now we're gonna go ahead and pop the hood. And there's that 3.5 liter V6, mostly covered up there. And then you use that to prop it up manually. But now let's hop in the driver's seat. So vinyl wrap steering wheel here, and let me just say, room in here is very impressive. I still have several inches of headroom from the driver's seat. Plenty of room to move about, even with this manual seat. And it's actually not super uncomfortable as I was expecting it to be. But over to the radio here, volume, you can click to turn the audio off. And then you can set your presets there just by holding. And then you can go through and tune in your radio there as well. And you have several different preset sources there. But if you hit media, USB is there, Bluetooth audio, and then pretty easy to pair up, add new device, and then it'll walk you right through it, search for Honda Pilot, and there you go. Now for the radio, you do get FM and AM, and then you can also use your wired CarPlay Android Auto too. And all of your settings are in here. So you can change your language there. Smartphone setting, clock settings, and then if you want to change your bass, treble, all of that right in there. I like that you have a back button. It's pretty easy to use. Hazards button right there. And then down here, I love that we still get the dual zone automatic climate controls, even on this base model here. But we can control where the air is blowing right here. AC toggle there, fan speed there. Cut the whole system off by clicking the button. And then you can sync and unsync there, or to unsync, you can just adjust that temperature. Now for your auto mode, to turn that off, you do have to adjust the fan speed. And then you can pull up your rear climate controls there and adjust that. Now USB-A, USB-C charge port, that's how you can use your CarPlay Android Auto. 12 volt here. Love the little storage pocket there if you just want to put loose change. And then this giant space here is great to have, so you can have two phones theoretically, one on each side, then use both the charge ports there. Now to the shifter, press P for park, pull here for reverse, press here for neutral, press here for drive, then hit it again for the sport mode. Then you have an electronic parking brake, pull it to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage, automatic brake hold, downhill brake control, auto stop toggle, and then your other drive modes, you can go through Econ, Snow, Tow, Normal, and then again that sport mode. Just hit that button there. Decent sized center console cubby space. Sunglass holder here. And then dome lights are here. I like that we get those premium LEDs. And there's a view of the back from up here. It seems so huge in this interior, let me just say that. But back to the steering wheel. Blinkers are here. Headlamp controls, corners, auto, and then we have off. And then we can toggle that auto there. And then when the low beams are on, they're your high beams, you can flash there. And then that's your automatic high beams when you have auto mode and the high beams on. Over here, the windshield wiper controls, one time, then you have intermittent, low, high. You can adjust your intermittent right in here. Then you have off, intermittent, on for your windshield wiper. And then pull right there for the rear wiper fluid. Then push up here for the front wiper fluid. And we do get paddle shifters to shift in that sport mode there. Volume controls are here. We can toggle our sources here, AM, FM, and then you have your home button there for the gauge cluster, and you can use the scroll bar to go through that. Turn this rear wiper off. And then with your settings here, you can go in there. It's in drive now, that's why. Very smart vehicle. But go to your vehicle settings, driver assist, you can go through that. So much that you can set up and toggle on and off there. And then, I think that's what I'm looking for. If you go to your meter setup, you can change the language, trip A, trip B, reset. And then you can change your speed, distance units to miles per hour to kilometers. And then this goes to your trackless radio station presets, voice recognition buttons here. And then all of your safety features, or I should say your adaptive cruise features are here. So the lane keep system here, gap adjust for that, adaptive cruise, you adjust there, and then you can cancel, set, and resume there. But here's the push button start. Here's the key fob. And next, let's go ahead and take this Pilot LX out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Honda Pilot, I drove an EX-Cell about a month or two ago. And this one just, you can tell that it's the cheaper version, but pretty much everything is still as usable. I don't like the vinyl wrap steering wheel. I like the leather wrap one much better. But the radio here is actually better than okay for me. I actually like how this one's set up. Not confusing, everything you need is right there. Connect your phone through CarPlay or Android Auto. Bluetooth connection right there, radio. Everything's just simple. I do like still having the paddle shifters though, because those are fun to throw on. And honestly, the cloth seats are not, and I said this earlier, they're not as uncomfortable as you'd expect. So that's a big plus there. Let's put it in a sport mode and see how it does. So it definitely wants to put out as much power as possible. It keeps the revs high. Still not overly sporty, which I like. It's still kind of based on throttle response. You're not going to be redlining it with your foot off the pedal. So I like how that's set up. We'll try it again, getting on the interstate, give it a little bit of power. Now the 10 speed for me, shifts are pretty quick. I'm not feeling a lot of lag there. And for the paddle shifters, it also shows shift points with a quickness. And if you want to get out of that manual mode, when you just start shifting on the fly, you can just hold the plus paddle and it'll go off. I will say, for this to have 285 horsepower, the sport mode really, you can pull with that, but in normal mode, it's not as quick. And I like that getting in that sport mode, you actually unlock the full potential of this vehicle, because a lot of cars, it's just there to rev high, but you actually feel a difference in power from normal to sport. And that's why this still gets somewhat good fuel economy for the kind of SUV it is. I'm gonna do a launch here. So again, you really feel the power of this SUV when it is in sport mode. You get the full effect of that. And the paddle shifters just make it that much more fun as well. And even in sport mode, it's still not overly loud. What you get coming from the engine, the exhaust, everything's just normal for this kind of vehicle, which I appreciate. And the throttle, the gas pedal, brake pedal, everything feels normal, feels nice. even in this LX. And then having the all-wheel drive capability as well really allows you to take this, what would be considered a pretty basic SUV, and you could take it out on light trails, or if it's snowing, you put it into that snow mode, and you can get better traction than you're probably used to in a front-wheel drive SUV. Let's give it some throttle here. So definitely not a slouch when it comes to putting down power with this Pilot. We have the adaptive cruise on now. And I like how quick it is to respond when I mess with the gap adjust for the adaptive cruise. It doesn't just all of a sudden slam the brakes out of nowhere. It adjusts as soon as you hit the button. So very impressed by that. But in terms of competition, you can get a Traverse. I wouldn't necessarily put this up against a Tahoe, but the Pilot has always kind of shined for me in being in that realm kind of with the Highlander. And then also the Pathfinder with being that SUV that's roomy, but it doesn't drive big, and you're not having to pay the extra money that you would maybe on a Tahoe and Expedition, things of that nature. But just a good SUV that feels big, drives big, but in all the right ways. And this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2023 Honda Pilot LX.